viewers, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I know it's going to be a matter of time before we start getting the email in from you-know-who. Already ranting, already crying, already whining about, oh, your product must be this, that, and the other. You do know I do all my demonstrations live, right? Majority of my demonstrations are live. You do know we do test demonstrations that you don't even begin to even do on your products. Like if I bring the screen paint up here right now, it's going to wash out on both of these screens at the same time. No problem. So this individual by the name of Crows1176, the product is only 1% done. It's still missing 3 of its key elements. And already, the hater is already upset and angry and fitting and raging and pulling a full Karen right now. Because he can't understand how we can develop technology so fast, so quick, with such high results. Well, look, 2 things come into that. So you can understand that. Faith in God, number 1. And number 2, you have to work. You have to actually work. You have to actually develop a screen that physically works. Stop doing fake demonstrations in the dark where you can see shadows and can't make out objects, and you're trying to make it seem like, hey, it's watchable, but it's not watchable at the end of the day because your environment doesn't relate to anybody with a realistic home at the end of the day. Nobody in their right mind is going to basically take their home and put it in that much darkness at the end of the day in order to accommodate some kind of, sorry about that, projection screen. Might as well buy a TV at the end of the day. It bothers you that we have black technology and our technology gets darker and darker and darker, and we're able to produce such amazing images in fully lit environments where you still are using that relic old screen paint that, again, at the end of the day, like I explained to you, is old. We made this stuff years ago. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your effort of painting it on your wall, because at the end of the day, that stuff is going to mess up your freaking environment. I mean, bottom line, your environment is you're going to have to darken your environment to use that screen. That's the only way. Now, if you notice, I'm doing something in this demonstration that you can't even do. Not even on a, or not even the scale right here we have right here. I got my windows open. You can see objects on the other end with no problem whatsoever. And there's my screen right there. Now, I've done this demonstration on the multi-screen we have behind me. I've done this demonstration downstairs off my ceiling. I've done this demonstration in my backyard. Matter of fact, if the weather's good today, I'm probably going to be going in the backyard today to do some demonstrations. Where you, on the other hand, are in this dark environment trying to convince people on YouTube that your environment's well lit, when we both know that if you have to lean that close over to an object in order to make it out. Are you kidding me? You got to lean that close to it? That tells me at the end of the day, your product don't work. Your product never did work at the end of the day. It would have worked 7 years ago. Yeah, it worked perfectly fine. But now, no, your stuff is obsolete. And I just showed yesterday, even with your darker mixes, even if you try to go in and make the paint darker, how are you calling your product the best when you can't even beat the best? You couldn't even beat a DMP Supernova at the end of the day. The daylight screen. That daylight screen kicked the daylights out of your product yesterday. Made your product look so dark and dirty you couldn't even see it against the white screen. So you weren't doing any good against the white screen. So I don't know what the contrast levels was for that product at the end of the day. And you couldn't beat the certified, which today we just beat the certified. So understand, like I said, the screen is not even 2%. And this hater's already coming over here talking trash in my email, talking about, oh, this and oh, that. Dude, you're the last person to call somebody a scammer at the end of the day. Your stuff matches house paint. I can make your product at the end of the day. Heck, anybody can make your product at the end of the day. You can't even back up your YouTube video that clearly caught you on your YouTube channel making a black and white product and still haven't done that test yet with 2, 3, 4, and 5. Haven't done it anyway at all, period. Try to do the tablecloth. That was a fake demonstration from the door. Your environment was too dark. You see this environment right here, Crow? My environment is more well lit than your environment right now. See how my windows are? Nothing blocking my windows. See all that light pushing through? You don't do demonstrations like that at the end of the day. You do these fake demonstrations with these huge objects of furniture slapped against your windows, blocking as much light as possible. Yet your corners were constantly dark all the time in the demonstrations. I don't get that. But you want to slam everybody else at the end of the day talking about, oh, they're doing fake demonstrations. My stuff is real. Your stuff ain't real. It's really fake. That's at the end of the day. You can't back. Like I said right now, if I tell you right now, go out and get yourself some 773, some gray, network gray. Go get yourself some network gray right now today, and paint that next to your screen and show a difference between night and day. Not a bump, not a hiccup, not a match, and do it in a fully lit environment and show a difference between night and day. You would avoid that at all costs, just like you avoid your YouTube video, which keep in mind, this guy was on a YouTube video, basically showing himself making a black and white paint substance. That we happen to use the same video to make 3 of his screen paints. We made the UV, which was black paint, and 6 tablespoons of white paint. We made the Personal, which was actually 4 tablespoons of black paint. And we made the Metallica, which we made with 10 tablespoons of black paint. Major product in no time at all. And told you at the end of the day, if the demonstrations we did were falsified, you can make the ingredients yourself live on camera so everybody can see you make them and post it. Has you ever posted it? No. Didn't even have your product down here at the end of the day to match it to that. We had 2 of them. But that Network 77, I didn't have to take your product to Home Depot and Lowe's and get a sample of that to get it made. The guy just sat there and said, he was like, you want Network 77? That was pretty good. I'll take that. It matched your product. Literally matched your product. Anything will match your product. As a matter of fact, in your bamboozle video, we call it the bamboozle video, you show 2 products that are supposed to be different in color. They both matched at the end of the day. Yeah, they do. You're basically a person who does not have a grasp on reality whatsoever. You don't have it at all, period. You come on YouTube, you do these fake, phony demonstrations at the end of the day, and you claim your product is doing this, that, and the other. It's supposed to be that. No, your product is outdated. Accept it. At the end of the day, the gunmetals are now, and the black screens are the more high-end screens at the end of the day. Not that gray screen paint product. The only thing that stuff is good for is primer. That's all it's good for. It's basic primer. Can't back up none of your demonstrations. You don't do anything. Matter of fact, I can give you a challenge right now. You see this environment right here, how well lit this is? Do something like this. And show some contrast demonstrations off your screen next to black paint. Because you made this statement that your Cinemax can match a black screen. We can match black paint, right? It's the same. Go ahead, dude. The contrast is all you're trying to pull up, right? Now, if you're doing white levels tit for tat, keep in mind that your screen is going to pull better than the black screen. But as contrast, you don't need our product to do that. You can go get black paint. We do it all the time. We take black paint, throw it against your screens all the time. You don't do any. Have you ever seen them do a gray versus gray? Crow just go and buy a whole bunch of gray paints and put it against his product to show there's a difference? No. No, you don't. At the end of the day. But don't worry, buddy. It's all going to catch up to you. We're going to get your same projector over here. We're going to have your Cinemax over here. And then what excuse you going to have then? What are you going to cry about now? Oh, the projector is fake. Or it's not a real projector. What complaint are you going to have now? Oh, that's not my real product right there. You don't even know at the end of the day who you shipped it to. So how do you know? We know it's going to be your real product. You don't know who the customer is, when they're going to come in to purchase that paint. So it's not going to be me. It's not going to have my name attached to it at the end of the day. You won't know who you're shipping it to at the end of the day. Unless you're going to discontinue that product. You don't have any excuses out of that one. We'll have your exact same projector down here. The only difference is I'm not going to be sitting in the dark like you do in your demonstration. You're going to have, a fully lit environment. That's why we're setting up that back room, especially with a lot of light, brighten it up, window light, all that. Stuff that your product's not used to being in at the end of the day. Because we all know what's going to happen. Your contrast levels are going to wash out. But we know no sooner, I told you, no sooner than I started announcing this product, here come the hater. All upset and angry. You need to take that frustration and do something else with it. Take that frustration, go to Sherman Williams and buy some of that great paint. Show your customers you're not stealing from at the end of the day. And stuff looks just like great paint at the end of the day. Oh, and by the way, for a person who wants to claim everybody's a scammer at the end of the day, didn't you ship me black paint? Didn't I go in and buy a product from you with my business debit card? Didn't you ship me black paint? Wouldn't that make you a scammer at the end of the day? Yeah, that would make you a scammer, wouldn't it? Because you couldn't ship a product. At the end of the day, not only does it make you a scammer, Jamie, at the end of the day, but you have to understand, It also makes you a person that can't back his product. You are so terrified of my technology that you would basically commit mail fraud and ship me down a black product that you know darn well and everybody else knows that you don't make at the end of the day. You don't make a black Cinemax. Then you turn around and you lost the claim on top of that. Because even PayPal can see through that nonsense at the end of the day. Let's talk about the countless orders that you basically wanted and what's the word for it? Canceled because you were scared to death that if your product came down here, that yeah, we were going to run it through the mill. We're going to run it through paint, all kinds of primer, bullseye. We're going to make different products. You're going to go through the whole 9 yards. All that nonsense you talked about, you would have to back it up. That's why you canceled. That's why Partey canceled right along with you. That's why we call y'all the cancel kings. Both of y'all canceled back to back. I had orders coming from him and you. Both of y'all were canceled out back to back. Both of y'all were basically having PayPal come jump on your case. What's the big bird? Jump on your case and say, hey, look, you got two choices. You can ship him the paint or give him back the money. You gave me back my money at the end of the day. Jamie gave me back my money 15 times at $85 a pop. That's how much money we transferred through his account because he was scared. What are you going to say? You're going to say, oh, but I didn't get, yeah, you did give me, oh, you didn't give me permission? Oh, you did. You sent us an email telling us to buy whatever we wanted. And we did. We bought whatever we wanted. And you got scared and you canceled your orders because, you know, at the end of the day, your products don't work. And then you went into a full-blown Karen by writing little messages in each one of the cancellations by saying, oh, I don't need your money, stay away. That you're harassing me. That I'm on vacation. Einstein, if you're on vacation and you just gave somebody permission to buy off your site and they're buying off your site, what business is that of yours at the end of the day? As long as you got money that transferred to your account, that's all that matters. Your job is to process my order and ship it to me at the end of the day. So how is that disrupting your vacation when you told me that I can go buy and I'm going and buying? So now I'm banned from buying off your site for giving you money? I ain't banned from nothing at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I got plenty of people that will buy that product and have it here on my table. Just like we went through that nonsense with eBay, with him canceling his orders, pulled down his eBay listing, and all that nonsense we went through with this joker. Guess what? We still got your product here. 3 of them. Personal, UV, and Metallica. And I'll get the rest of them too, with your cancels attached to them at the end of the day. It's going to happen, Skippy. Your projector is going to be there in that back room with your Cinemax painted to one side of it, and that Black Widow is going to destroy your product like there's no other. And I'm going to show people how you faked your demonstrations by using your own projector against you. Yeah, reality call, man. It comes quick, doesn't it? Yeah. You'll see exactly how Jamie faked a lot of his demonstrations, and we're not calibrating jack, because I don't want to hear that crybaby excuse, oh, it's projector's not calibrated, so at the end of the day, it's not the real deal. You got some problems. Oh, it's not, the environment's not dark enough too. We're not calibrating jack. We're gonna take that thing out of the box, no calibration, no factory settings, and still blow your screen out of the water. Oh my goodness, I can't stand crybabies at the end of the day. Whine and cry about every little thing. I back everything up. Everything I talk about, I back it up. And if you don't believe me, I got a video I post right there at the bottom, a whole slew of freaking stuff on Crow. Yeah, we got his video where he basically deleted it off his account. He thought he got rid of it. We got a copy of it, basically showing him make a black and white mixture that happened to match 4 of his products. Actually, no, 3 of his products. Everything you talk, man, on camera, you got nothing to back it up. Partey walking in his backyard, grown freaking man walking in his backyard talking about how I canceled. Where's my receipts? I've still been asking for these things. Where the receipts at yet? Nothing yet. Then you and him getting this kind of conspiracy at the end of the day that you two decide that you're going to basically falsify some email information at the end of the day, and you're going to make it sound like I'm the one that said it, and it ties to me canceling an order through Partey. You dum-dums. At the end of the day, you sent me the original email, which has all the information on it, and it has all of his information from his website. It's up right on the email to begin with. Dum-dums. Which I was able to go in and show that at the end of the day, yeah, no, this was sent to us, not us send it to you. I don't send emails like that. That's why he had nothing on me. And then to make it even more embarrassing on his behalf, I went down and placed an order. And every time I placed an order, I played back the video. He was running his mouth every single time to remind him, don't do dumb stuff like that at the end of the day. It'll come back to bite you in the face. And then we had too much and he couldn't handle anymore of me buying this product and me giving me back the money. Mind you, I'm buying your product, Partey, you're giving me back my money. You're that scared. You talked all that trash in the backyard about how the puss canceled on you. No, buddy, you're the puss. At the end of the day, I got cancellations on my table of you. You don't have anything with me at the end of the day. Now that hurts. And I know that hurts because I know when you called me talking all that trash, you know what I did? This is how I shut Partey up. I basically take a picture of his cancellations and I text it over to him. And you know what he does? He don't call back no more. Got to remind him that you canceled out. I didn't cancel any orders at the end of the day. As a matter of fact, I got 2 boxes sitting at the bottom of my kitchen sink that you 2 haven't even paid for your orders yet. They're right there for you at the end of the day. Because you can't fake the orders. I noticed that's something that from Crow has never, and I said this, Crow has never ever ordered from our website. Never. We ordered from you like 15 times, but you never ordered from my website. So every time you get paint, for some reason you get it from somebody who sends it to you. That's your excuse. Now you basically just mixing black paint together, printing up a label that looks like ours, and that's what you're doing at the end of the day. Because if that was my real product that walked in there, one of the things you'd be to do with a Phantom, you can actually draw on the screen a Phantom with black paint and produce a white level, and the Phantom will produce the highest white level. But you haven't done that demonstration yet because you don't have my product. All that stuff you talk about making my product at the end of the day, hey, make it. Post the ingredients. This is my 5th time asking you to do this. And I'll put it against my own product live. You don't want to do that either because that makes them be a fake and a phony at the end of the day. Oh man, you're a freaking joke, dude. You really are. You are definitely a freaking joke. I'm looking at, hold on for a minute, I'm looking at something real quick. I can't stand when people do this at the end of the day. Do not sit in my driveway. I'm licensed to carry, don't do that. That's a good way to get shot at the end of the day, because I will put a bullet in you, but no problem. I'll be back. Idiots, I swear. Dumb stuff. That didn't go down, yeah. Almost, yeah, almost. All right, let's get back to business over here. Y'all don't play that nonsense. Yeah, dude over there, he's basically sitting right in my driveway. People have common sense at the end of the day. What's wrong with y'all? Like literally, it's my driveway. He goes steps over my driveway and he's literally in my driveway talking on his phone. Oh, man. This is why I can't wait to get the bully sons. I get them pit bulls, but I can't wait to get them bad boys. At the end of the day, I was never taught as a kid to walk in someone's driveway. Man, people have no common sense today. He was on his cell phone, was trying to get a signal. What did she say he was trying to do? I don't care at the end of the day. Step your behind, back over that line, get back on that sidewalk you belong at. Because the minute you walk over there, it gives me fair game at the end of the day. I'm not trying to be a nice person today, but some people, good gracious, man, I tell you. Anyway, let's get back to this nonsense with this, the hater Crow. Here's something, look, man, this is what you need to do, all right? Stop hating on other people at the end of the day. What you need to do is go out and get yourself a 150-inch screen. You see my website? When you go to my website, you see those big 150-inch screens being displayed? This is what I want you to do. Get yourself, go over to Amazon. They got them over there. They got these fabric screens. I'll give you the link. We can go pick it up. I want you to paint that with your great product. I want you to display 150 here. That is not going to work. What are you thinking, man? Really? You want to get into a car? Oh, man, I swear I see so many car accidents on there. I can't show you what I'm looking at. I don't think they know what I see, if they see it or not. I don't know if you can see it or not. You see that big old car trying to make a U-turn in the middle of the street, taking its time, moving back and forth? See that big old car over there? There are trucks that come flying around that corner, and I lie to you not, utility vehicles. If he had been there at the right time, boy, they'd have tore his vehicle right in half. I can tell people that basically don't live around here. He definitely don't live around here. Nobody, I've never, people live around here don't make U's in that street at the end of the day. You don't live around here. Anyway, let's get back to this because I got work to do. I got orders to process. Anyway, yeah, so this is what you do. Go to Amazon, get yourself 150 inch of that surface. I want you to paint it with that dinosaur paint that you got. And I want you to string that outside at 450. 450. And I want you to display a starfield demonstration out there. Starfield and that black fish, and the black fish with the back background. I want you to pour a 100% contrast level. Remember, you made the statement. You said that your Cinemax can pull contrast level equal to a black screen. And to make sure that everything matches up quite well, make sure you got some black paint out there too. Don't make me embarrass you today. Because I got 150 inch of a black screen that I use for my floor and my wall sometimes. And I'll go out there and do my demonstration and I'll display a white screen against my product. Why? I pull off a snowstorm at the same time. And then embarrass you with it. So there you go. You got yourself a challenge for the day. Weather's nice. I'm going to be outside today. I told you I want to get outside anyway. I'll see you outside today. So there you go, buddy. You got your challenge already. Now, at the end of the day, like I said, either he's going to back it up or he's going to cry about it or he's not going to do it at all. Or he's going to make some excuse or whatever he does, what he does. But I'll be outside regardless if you're not out there or not, because I like to do this stuff just for the fun of it all. And besides, I need more pictures for the website. So I'll be outside today at 451 on a 720p projector at around, you're going to have to be at least about around, let me see, I'm about 18, 19 feet, maybe 20 feet back to pull that off. And I'm going to have a white surface out there against my screen showing off all white snowstorm, because it's only fair. We're going to pull contrast regardless because we're black screens. So we're going to do the opposite. And I want you to go out there, take that Cinemax, paint it on that screen, take it out there and show me a starfield demonstration, the hard stuff. I don't want no LG nonsense. I want straight black contrast demonstrations only. I think we're going to go with the, what's the hardest one? The goldfish. Black background, goldfish. You got to do this one. This is the hardest one to do. That means your background has to look exactly like the Black Widow right now. Man, it can't be that hard. I mean, come on. The beautiful thing about these demonstrations outside, there's nothing to hide from. You got no window light to worry about, no ceilings, no walls. You're boom out there in all the elements. Nowhere for your screen to hide it. Nowhere for you to dodge light. None of that nonsense. And you definitely will see your remote control crystal clear out there with no problem. So let's see if he does the demonstration. Let's see if he can back it up. Since I'm supposed to be this scammer at the end of the day, and keep in mind, if I'm such a scammer and everything I do is fake, then why would you cancel your order? Shouldn't I be an easy opponent to take down if I'm such a fake at the end of the day? Why do you fear me so much at the end of the day? So now you got a challenge. Let's see if he does it. Let's see, all you naysayers out there who basically support this guy, let's see if you can back it up. I'll be outside, 150-inch screen, 720p projector at around 18, 19 feet back. And if I can, I'll pull it back farther than that, just for fun. And I'll display a white snowstorm out there on white sheets of paper against my screen. And you go out there. As a matter of fact, I think I got some. Matter of fact, I'll take your product out there too. I'll take your product out there, white sheets of paper, and I got myself a huge sheet of that, what's that stuff called? That network gray. Yeah, the network gray. I'll put you against the network gray outside. And like I said, we'll do that today. All right, let's see if Crow can back it up. He talks all this trash about his product. I just gave you a challenge. Just do it today. I don't want to see no middle fingers. I don't want to see no crying, whining. I don't want to see no going on vacation or doing some other thing about, oh, we're going to be interviewing this product. I don't want to see none of that junk today. Back it up. Stop talking all this trash. Back up your, what do you call it, your pre-score great finger paint and do the demonstration. Because whether you're out there or not today, Crow, I will be out there regardless because that's what I like to do. Fernando Gonzalez. By the way, we're going to be in touch real soon. April's coming up real fast. Gotta go, people. God bless.